Hello, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And welcome to STARSTRUCK Tarot. We are doing something completely different this week. Something completely different. We're doing an AI read. I know. We're just going to see how it goes. So I already drew out the cards that they chose, and I'm also going to give my own interpretation. So it's not just going to be solely AI, but let's see how this goes. I just want to mix it up. Let's do something a little different. Let's see how it goes. So the first card, we have the Empress, and then it's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So this card represents nurturing, abundance, and creativity. The Earth Collective may be focusing on cultivating a sense of security and abundance in their lives. Clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. This card represents new beginnings and opportunities for material and financial growth. The Earth Collective may be presented with new opportunities to manifest their desires and build a sense of security. Okay, so I think that this is a really beautiful pair. Right, we have the Empress and we have the freaking Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you have just kind of been sitting on a lot of your ideals and like a lot of different things that you want to do in your life. And literally, look, you're like, oh, I'm chilling. And then out of like you chilling, come out of this like a cloud comes a hand. There we go. It's like reverse on my thing. Comes a hand that is holding this coin. It's like, yeah, you've been sitting down and you've been thinking about all these what ifs, about all these different ideas, and you've been like stewing in them and like kind of figuring out what your next move is. And now it's kind of just like, because you've been giving yourself so much rest and so much time within your own mind, it's like you're ready to turn those things into fruition, like ready to bring those things into reality, right? Like manifest your own reality. So the challenge is the Devil, clarified by the Four of Swords. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to read what they say, but then I can't wait to talk about what I have to say about these two cards. This card represents addiction, temptation, and materialism. The Earth Collective may be struggling with a sense of attachment or addiction to material possessions or unhealthy habits. Four of Swords, clarifying. The card represents rest and retreat. The Earth Collective may benefit from taking a step back and taking time to reflect on their patterns and habits in order to break free from unhealthy patterns. So I think that the unhealthy pattern actually in this sense is rest. I think it is. I think that you have been spending too much time in your bed. You have been spending too much time thinking about all the different things in life that you want to pursue and do, and you just like aren't actually doing them. I think that it's time to actually like, you know, you love doing this. You love to sit and think about all the things you want to do and then like not actually do them. And now it's time to actually like do them. Right? Like bring them into fruition, like break out of your bed, break out of the cycle of resting and, you know, thinking about your next big move and actually making that next big move, right? Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the recent past. This card represents cycles, change, and destiny. The Earth Collective may have recently experienced a significant shift or change in their lives, clarified by the Page of Cups. This card represents emotional sensitivity and creativity. The Earth Collective may have been challenged to explore their emotions and creativity in new ways in response to this change. I think that that's really interesting. I think that maybe this year has been like a big emotional roller coaster for you as far as vulnerability is concerned, right? Whereas before, maybe you were really wary of like new people in your life, or just like were very sarcastic and like didn't make room for vulnerability. Didn't make room to let people know how you actually felt in that moment. Like maybe you would let things happen and then later on talk about them, but this is like a very big like, hey, life is going to come and go. Are you going to talk about what you actually need? Are you going to let your emotions be known in that time? Because if not, if you talk about them later, it's like that has already happened. It's just not the same. I know like sometimes we feel like we have to get them off of our chest and talk about them, but it's like you've learned from the recent past that like you need to talk about them right then and there. Okay? Like, because otherwise it really is just like the past. You're talking about the past. And you can't control what happened in the past. Like you can, you know, it might be bothering you and you're like, I really need to talk about this and get it off my back. But it doesn't hit the same as if you talk about it in the present as it's happening. Okay. So like, I feel like you've really learned this hard lesson this year and you're just like, okay, I got to talk about things as they're happening because life is going to pass me by anyways. I need to let it be known what I actually need and let myself be vulnerable. Whereas before, maybe I would have a fence or just like be wary about sharing my vulnerability, be picky about who I was going to share my vulnerability with. Whereas being vulnerable is a superpower, okay? You can get what you want if you let yourself be vulnerable, and people think it's the other way around. Okay, so the present, the Hermit. This card represents solitude, introspection, and wisdom. The Earth Collective may be focused on inner reflection and personal growth at this time. Fair. Six of Pentacles. This card represents generosity and charity. The Earth Collective may benefit from sharing their wisdom and resources with others in a way that helps them grow and evolve as well. See, I feel like this is being vulnerable too. Like, I feel before, like, you were like, oh no, I give to the people in my life, but you also need to learn to like take too. When people would like not take, but like receive. When people would be open to like giving you things, you might close off and be like, maybe there is what word am I looking to say? Maybe there is an alternative motive. Is that what I want to say? That this person has in wanting to give me something. I don't feel comfortable. Like, I'm used to being the provider. I'm an earth sign. I'm used to the material. I'm used to being the provider. I'm used to being daddy. I'm used to giving. But you also need to make sure that you are receiving just as much as you're giving. Okay? Like, don't close yourself out. Don't just have your little kingdom where it's just you, yourself, and you with all your riches. You need to share that too and make sure that people are sharing their kingdom with you as well. Okay? This is scary. No, it's fine. The near future, the Tower. This card represents sudden change and upheaval. The Earth Collective may be facing unexpected challenges or disruptions in the near future. Eight of Wands. Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this. This card represents swift actions and progress. The Earth Collective may need to act quickly and decisively navigate these changes and stay on course. So I think that with the Tower and the Eight of Wands, I think that there's going to be a whole bunch of news, a whole bunch of actions that are all going to happen at once. Remember, I was talking about, like, instead of just like ruminating, is that the word for it? Ruminating about different things that you should be doing, you should actually start like take action and do them. I think that because you're actually going to start taking action, all this stuff's going to come in all at once, and you're going to be like, shit, I didn't think that all these things were going to come in. I thought that it would take more time. I thought that all of these things would take forever to actually come into fruition. But it's like you planted all these seeds and your flowers are growing. Your garden is like abundant. You're like, oh crap, I need to start picking these things before some of them go rotten. You know what I mean? Like, it's like so many things are happening at once that it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be overwhelming. You're going to be like, oh no, see, this is why I liked staying in bed. This is why I liked staying in my old norms and not changing things up. Because I thought that things would change. And I didn't want them to change. I wanted them to stay the same. But it's like, this is going to become your new normal. And that's okay, right? That's okay. Up next, which I really love, hidden influences, we have the High Priestess, clarified by the Magician. So the High Priestess, this card represents intuition, mystery, and the unknown. The Earth Collective may be influenced by a need to trust their intuition and connect with their inner wisdom. Clarified by the Magician, this card represents manifestation and personal power. The Earth Collective may be able to tap into their own power and manifest their desires by trusting their intuition and staying focused on their goals. So, I mean, like, yeah, okay, you're doing things, you're making things happen in your life. And it just may seem like a bunch of stuff is happening all at once. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, just tap back into your intuition. You're like, I don't know how to freaking do that. Yes, you do. What's going on in here? What are the first things that you think about when you want things? That's what you want. That is literally your intuition. You're like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. It is your intuition. Like, start making those connections. What are the first things you think about? Like, when you're going over the tarot is very broad. It's what you think about first. That's the connections that you make. That's what you think about. Like when you're watching a tarot reading and somebody's like, you need to cut this out of your life. The first thing that you think about, you're like, oh, yeah, I need to cut out my friend who only talks to me when they really need something. That is the meat of the tarot. When you make those connections, the first things that you think about when you want something, that's what you want. That's what you want. And that's okay. Like, trust in your intuition and all these amazing things and act on them. And literally, you can manifest your own reality, your own like dream reality. But you have everything you need. You literally, both these cards, you have everything you need in the spiritual and the physical. You just have to do them. You literally have everything you need. And all of this time that you've taken to like rest, all this time you've taken to rest is paying off. You have done everything in here. You've done everything in here. You've exercised all of this. Now it's time to bring it into the physical realm and do these things. Okay. What's up next? Advice. Justice. Clarified by the Four of Wands. This is really such an amazing read for you. This card represents balance and fairness and karma. This card. Sorry, it's like reverse on my screen. The Earth Collective may benefit from focusing on creating balance in their lives and treating others with fairness and compassion. Four of Wands. This card represents celebration and harmony. The Earth Collective may find joy and happiness by celebrating their accomplishments and building strong, harmonious relationships with those around them. I feel like this is just like literally you reaping the fruits of your labor, right? You're like, I have been doing all these things. I have been weighing out what is going to work for me and what isn't going to work for me. Like your garden was abundant, right? Some things you didn't have the time to get to, so they rotted. Now, when you have your garden next time, you're going to have a better idea of, maybe I shouldn't say your garden next time, but your next cycle. Next time you plant seeds, you're going to have a better grasp of what you can and can't handle. You're going to have a better grasp of what fruits and vegetables you actually use in your physical life. And then even if you have overflow, you give those away or whatever. Like, you have a better idea now with the Justice card. Like, what works out for you. What's going to be stable in your life with the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands, you have 4 wands on a table. You have 4 wands on a chair. Like, it's stable. It is a stable foundation. What was once too much and seemed crazy, now you know what to do. You know what to do. You know how to have a stable foundation now. And all is well. All is well. Throughout this astrological year, you have gone through a complete roller coaster, but now you have a better understanding of what is for you and what works out for you and what works out for the loved ones around you. Okay, we are ending it off with the Sun. This is the outcome card. So the AI says that this card represents joy, vitality, and positivity. The Earth Collective may experience a sense of happiness and contentment as they move through their current challenges and transitions, with new opportunities for growth and expansion on the horizon. I feel like this is a very humbling card. Yeah, the Sun is like, you have had your day. Here you are, or you're having your day, really. Here you are. You're in the sun. All is freaking well. You're so happy. I just want to say, like, you know everything you need. You know everything that is like, that you're capable of. But also, you couldn't have done all of this. You couldn't have grown your garden without the Sun. Right? Like, this is a very humbling card. Yes, this card is very like, Leo energy. You can do everything. Wow, you're amazing. But also, how did that garden grow? With the Sun. How did that garden grow? With the community. How did that garden grow? With you taking time. Where is it? For yourself. With you taking time for yourself, with you being able to receive. That's how you got here. It wasn't all completely, on your own. You took advantage of the resources around you, and you were vulnerable to that. And that's just so amazing. So I do want to note that in a couple weeks, it is Aries season. We are starting our new astrological year. you really have gone through this amazing journey. You're going to be so ready for it. You're going to know what you're capable of. And you are just like completely going to bloom. This is going to be so freaking amazing. Let me know how this worked out for you. I know this was different. I just want to try something different, okay? I just want to try something different. If you're mad about it, okay. But I just want to try something different, all right? I've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and I've been getting around the same amount of views, and I want to try something different. I just wanted to take advantage of resources, okay? And like also put in my 2 cents and see how that worked out. So I have a Pisces playlist down below. Welcome to Pisces. I mean, we're still in Pisces season. We have like a week or 2 left of that. If your Saturn is in Pisces, welcome to your Saturn return. If your Saturn is in Aquarius, happy post-Saturn return. You made it. And you will have to deal with that for another 29 years. And I will see you in another 2 weeks. And XOXO.